right, Sarge?
Yep.
Lady over there, Mrs. Wilkins, said she saw him smash a door panel to get in. Tony collared him coming out the front with a bag of property.
Do we know him?
Tony does. Says his name's Andy Barker. Drug addict. Burgles to feed his habit.
OK, thanks. Can you have a word with the neighbour, please, June?
Sure.
Bring him in, Tony.
Haven't seen you around for a while, Andy.
Been on holiday.
You're going on another one now, won't you?
Very funny.
You still doing the heroin?
Why, you got some?
Andy used to finance his habit by mugging people. Till someone hit back, put him in hospital.
Is that why you started doing houses? Thought it'd be safer.
You reckon I'll be going down for this?
What do you think?
I've got a girlfriend. She won't wait for me if I go down for a long time.
Well, you gave it a good kick, didn't you?
Sarge! Mrs. Wilkins said that Barker called at her house first to ask if she wanted any odd jobs done.
Isn't that the same MO as that house in Golding's Crescent last week?
Yeah, and that house in Bream Road. Smashed the door in. Not very subtle, but effective nevertheless.
You have the right to have someone informed of your arrest. You're entitled to a solicitor and to the codes of practice.
I know the form.
He's a heroin addict, Sarge.
In that case, we better get a doctor down to have a look at you. Make sure you're fit to be detained.
I don't need one.
And I don't need you saying you were strung out when you were interviewed. Now turn out your pockets.
This is a taped interview with Andrew Barker. The officers present are WPC Ackland and DS Gregg. The time is 10:45. You're still under caution.
Look, Mr. Gregg, I want to be helpful, right?
Really?
I don't want to spend any longer inside than I have to.
Who does?
You pay snouts. All I'm asking for is a word on my behalf. Look, I want to settle down, Sergeant. Get really sorted with this girl of mine. We're getting it together.
Very touching.
The trouble is, if I'm not there to look after her, she'll scarp her.
Oh, she sounds devoted, doesn't she, Sarge?
You'll be more used to it when you get out. You can get yourself cleaned up. Kick the heroin.
They just give you methadone inside. After the proper stuff, it's like kissing your sister. If I could get heroin on the National Health, I wouldn't be here now.
Does your girlfriend know how you finance your habit?
You leave her out of this. You interested in what I got?
Try me.
How about someone who gets heroin, legal, then flogs it on the street, making a bomb?
What do you mean gets it legal?
On the Health.
I thought you said you couldn't get heroin on the NHS.
I said I can't. Some can. Like this bloke I know, Rob. Rob Kentley.
Barker reckons this Cantley bloke's getting heroin from 2 clinics, registering under different names.
Right, not methadone.
According to Barker, Cantley's getting heroin.
If he was running a scam to get free heroin, why would he tell a junkie like Barker? He'd sell his own mother for a fix.
Barker found out through his beloved girlfriend. She'd seen Cantley at the Larkman Estate Clinic using another name, Jez Davis.
So at the hospital, he's Rob Cantley. At the Larkman Clinic, he's Jez Davis.
All you've got to do is put the same face to the 2 different names.
We call it double scripting, obtaining twice the amount of drugs he's entitled to by getting 2 prescriptions.
Seems very easy to do.
Well, it shouldn't be. All the registered addicts are on Home Office computer. So, if any information tallies, say 2 names at the same address, it shows up.
See, I reckon our lad will know the system. If he's using different name, then he'll be using a different address.
Well, that might beat the computer, but all the clinics recognise their regulars.
Yeah, but with different names and addresses and different clinics, neither the computer nor the staff are going to know.
Oh, yes. He'd probably get away with that.
Yeah. So, have you got a file on Jez Davis? That's Gerald or Jeremy.
You know medical files are confidential. You should go through the proper channels.
Yeah, we both know how long that'll take. I don't want to look at it. I just want to confirm name and address.
Well, I suppose if that's all you want.
CS Pearson, DC Carver. I'm just coming to the hospital, Sarge.
Yeah, go on, Jim.
They have got a Robert Cantley registered here. Address 67 at 67 Downton Estate.
What's he prescribed?
Well, they can't discuss an individual case, but they can confirm that if he is a long-term addict with no chance of kicking it, then he can be prescribed heroin.
Right, Jim. I'll meet you at his address in about 15 minutes.
This'll be him. Gerald Davis, 43C, Wharf Square. Attended the clinic the night before last.
And can you tell me what he's prescribed?
You said you didn't need to know.
Yeah, no, I don't, but it would help.
Heroin.
Any reason?
Oh, that really is confidential. I'm sorry.
Not a bad gaff.
But if he's dealing in heroin, he can afford it.
Mr. Cantley?
Who's asking?
Detective Sergeant Pearce, this is Detective Constable Carver. May we come in? Nice place.
Tar, what's this about?
It's been a couple of years since you're last in trouble with us, isn't it, Mr. Cantley?
You come to wish me happy anniversary or something?
Now, what was it last time? Ah, yes. Mugging old ladies to buy drugs, wasn't it?
It was a bloke, once. And I was desperate, wasn't I?
So, you found another way of financing your habit and running this flat, have you?
It's cheap. I got it because of my condition.
What condition?
The plague. HIV. Think I've been to a health farm to look like this?
You got a job?
Not anymore. I was a waiter. I lost my job when I got ill. Didn't want the likes of me contaminating the food.
Are you registered drug addict?
Yeah. I get heroin on prescription. I get a disability allowance at the moment, and I get this flat. Do you want to tell me what this is about?
Do you attend the clinic on the Larkman estate?
No, the hospital.
Does the name Gerald or Jez Davis mean anything to you?
No.
Where were you the night before last, between 8:30 and 9:30?
In the pub. Cock and Crown.
Alone?
Some of the time, with mates till closing. Why?
We have reason to believe you at the Larkman Estate Clinic, getting another prescription for heroin under the name Jez Davis.
Not me. Look. My appointment card for the hospital. You want to search the place? There's heroin in the bathroom I got on prescription.
Not doing bad for yourself, are you? Cheap flat, free drugs, disability allowance.
It's all right. I won't be sponging off the state too much longer. Couple of years, maybe. Who knows?
Yes, but some people just don't know when they're well off, do they? So what do you do with the drugs from the Larkman clinic? Sell it?
I don't go there. I go to the hospital.
If you don't mind, we'll take up your kind offer to search the flat, Mr. Cantley.
While you think of some mates who swear you were in the Cock and Crown.
Davis does exist, at least.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Have you got any idea where we can find Jez Davis?
Who wants to know? Are you Jez Davis?
What if I am?
Well, maybe you can help us. I'm Detective Sergeant Pearce. This is Detective Constable Carver, Sunhill Police.
Oh, yeah.
Can we talk inside, sir? We won't be long.
Am I supposed to have done something?
We're making inquiries. Look, it might be better if we talk in private.
Do you attend the clinic on the Larkman estate?
What for?
Was that a yes or a no?
No. Okay.
And does the name Robert or Rob Cantley mean anything to you?
No. What's this all about?
Well, apparently someone is using your name to obtain drugs from the clinic.
What sort of drugs?
Heroin. You ever used it?
Listen, the dole I get, I can barely afford the odd beer. I don't smoke no more. I'm not wasting money on drugs.
You can afford a car.
I'm doing it up to sell. I can't afford to run it. I can't afford to do drugs. All right.
I'll put him in, Sarge.
What happens now?
You go back into your cell while we arrange for you to go to court.
I've been cooperative. Least you could do is give me bail.
Not a good idea, Andy.
Why the hell not?
Come on.
I want to know!
Just calm down, Mr. Barker.
If I let you back out in the streets, you'll need money for your next fix. And we both know where you're going to get that from, don't we?
I've got mates. I can borrow money.
It's for your own good, Andy. Go on. Any chance of us getting him into court this afternoon?
It's a bit short notice.
Well, it's better than keeping him here overnight, isn't it?
Yeah, not the best way to make myself popular with the next relief.
He's had methadone, though, yeah?
Yeah, the FME gave him a shot before you interviewed him. Have you got the CPS lined up with the court?
I'll handle it myself. It's only a remand application. Should be straightforward enough.
Yeah, I'll have a word with the court, see if we can squeeze you in this afternoon.
Thanks, cheers.
Not a happy man, is he?
No, he's not an addict either, so he can't be signing for the heroin. You better get down the Cock and Crown. Check out Cantley's alibi.
Sierra 1 from Sierra Oscar. What's your location, Narika?
Halpern Street.
Rear of the Cock and Crown.
Bridge Street. An assault. Ambulance has been called.
On way, George.
Blimey, Jim, that was quick.
Hey?
Assault! Bloke's been beaten up round the back.
Well, I'm here on another job.
I'll wait for the ambulance.
I didn't know about this one.
That's through, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Good kicking by the look of it. You'll be all right, mate. Ambulance is on its way.
Tony, look, would you do me a favour? Will you get on to DS Pearce and tell him we're not the only ones after Rob Cantley?
Anything broken?
We're waiting for an X-ray, Sarge.
So what happened?
I don't know. Got me from behind, didn't they?
They? What, there's more than one?
I don't know. I can't help you. I've got a headache, sore ribs. I just want to rest.
What were you doing in the alleyway?
Taking a leak.
What? At the back of the pub?
I was on my way home. I couldn't be bothered to go back in, OK?
I've had trouble before. They deal in the drugs, and I get warned.
Cantley was dealing.
No, but I mean, they're all the same, aren't they? Why should I lose my licence because of that, eh?
Well, this lunchtime, was Cantley alone or was he drinking with mates?
No, he doesn't have many. Bit of a loner. One bloke was in he sometimes hangs about with, though. Looked to be in a bit of a hurry.
Do you know his name?
Jez, they call him.
Well, Jez Davis.
You say so? You should ask him yourself. You've had a busy day. You were seen down the Cock and Crown with Cantley this lunchtime.
I didn't recognise the surname when you asked me this morning. I just knew him as Rob, and I wasn't with him.
You know, I'd be pretty upset if a mate of mine had been using my name to obtain heroin.
I might even want a few words with this, mate. Sorry. Thanks, mate.
I didn't touch him.
Come on, Jez. The court would accept it as mitigating circumstances. You know what that means?
I'm not stupid.
He might not even go to court. Cantley might not want to press charges. He might say he deserved the kicking. I want to leave it at that.
I didn't kick him.
Yeah, well, never mind what he says. We want to know what you say.
I'm saying nothing.
You told us you didn't even know Jez Davis.
I panicked, didn't I? I've had dealings with you lot before.
So why'd he beat you up?
I don't know. He didn't stop to explain.
It was Jez Davis, then?
Look, I told you, I don't know who it was.
I thought you two were mates.
So did I. That's why I'm surprised you're telling me he did it.
What? He finds out you're using his name, branding him an HIV-positive junkie, and you're surprised he gives you a kicking?
Why would I want to do that? I get 300 odd quid a month disability allowance and dole, as well as this flat, and free drugs. Why would I want to register at another clinic risking all that?
Well, there's two things that let most criminals down, Sunshine. That's stupidity and greed. They're stupid enough to think they can get away with scams like yours and greedy enough to try it.
I'm only taking what I'm entitled to. And most of them at the clinic would give their eye teeth to get heroin instead of methadone.
They're trying to kick the habit. You only go because you can get heroin on the state.
There's no point me getting off heroin, is there? No point me being cured.
So why are you screwing the clinic for extra heroin you don't even need?
Look, I'm not a dealer. I never have been.
Look, what could you use 2 lots of heroin for?
I'm seeking bail for my client, ma'am. Today's arrest has been cathartic for Mr. Barker, and he intends to begin treatment immediately to cure him of his addiction. He's been wholly cooperative with the police to enable him to make a fresh start, and also supplied information on an unrelated crime.
Sergeant Gregg?
Mr. Barker has already undergone treatment and yet is now back on heroin, and it's a habit he finances through crime.
Could I say something?
Go on.
Things have changed since I last kicked it. And because I've done it once, I know I can do it again. If you give me a chance, I'll be down the drugs clinic this afternoon.
Well, rather than add to the already overcrowded prison population, I'm prepared to take the chance of granting bail. But get yourself treated, Mr. Barker. It will help no end if you're able to return here for your trial with the reason for your criminal activities eradicated. That's all.
You like playing a victim, don't you? Getting people to feel sorry for you. And all the while, you're out on the streets pushing the stuff.
It wouldn't surprise me if he wasn't giving away needles too. Second-hand, of course. Only used by one HIV-positive junkie.
It's not like that.
So what were you doing with it then?
Giving it to Jez.
Oh, come on, look, he's not even a user.
He made me do it. It was all his idea.
Go on.
I owed him a load of money, didn't I? I borrowed it before I lost my job. I couldn't pay him back. Then he got the idea about the heroin, said all I needed to do was to go to the clinic once, use his name, and he'd sell it. Said that would make us quits.
And you kept going back?
Yeah. He threatened to drop me in it. Said he'd go to the police, make out he'd discovered me using his name, act the complete innocent. Said you'd never pin anything on him. He said the police wouldn't believe someone like me. He was right, wasn't he?
Yeah, but that's hardly a threat to someone like you, is it?
I'm not dead yet. A kicking still hurts. Like today.
So Davis was teaching you a lesson?
Yeah. He wanted to make sure if anyone was going to talk to the police, it would be him. So I told him if I double-scripted for heroin, we got to go 50-50. I mean, why shouldn't I make things easier for myself? You got any idea what my life's like? One lousy infected needle 3 years ago. You just got to take what you can get when you're on death row and stuff the rest.
Robert Cantley, I'm arresting you for conspiracy to obtain drugs by deception. You don't have to say anything, but what you do say may be given in evidence.
Jez found out about my place. Saw what I'd got. Do you know he was actually jealous? Jealous of me. Can you believe that?
I'm not swallowing Barker's little tale about going to the clinic. Stay with him, he's bound to be up to some mischief.
Does he get any wheels?
No, not of his own.
He's on the move.
The prescription Cantley got the night before last, where is it?
Ask him. What would I want with a prescription for heroin?
I see you're getting a new gaff, Mr. Davis.
Oh, yeah. We've received your request for a housing association flat. Please complete the enclosed application form.
Housing association, eh? Well, I'm sure it'll be a sight better than this dump.
Oh, I'm sure I'll soon have the new place looking just like home. Lucky man, aren't you? Hmm? Single bloke getting a cheap flat.
Friends in high places. Is that it, then? You finished harassing me?
Oh, if you do move out, don't forget to send us your change of address.
Yes, Craig from DC Woods.
Hi, Alan.
Yeah, he's met up with a woman, and she's brought something for him.
Keep on his tail.
I'm going to buy you something stronger in a bit. Cheers.
Is this just generosity, or are we celebrating?
We're celebrating, I hope. We're going to pay Jez Davis another visit. He's running another scam, one that Cantley never even dreamed about.
Him and the girl are in the calf. They've been in there 20 minutes.
Did you see what was in her bag?
No, but Barker seemed pleased, whatever it was.
That must be his girlfriend. Her name's Zoe Lee. Used to call herself Tanya.
Well, she's a Tom.
Worked our patch in 91 and 92 and in Brighton a few months back. That's where Barker met her. Looks like he's taken over as the breadwinner.
Give him the chance not to stay in bed all day, yeah?
You're wasting your time.
Sorry?
Jez, that's who you're after, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I've just seen him go in the pub, Cock and Crown.
Thanks.
What you doing here?
I'm watching him over there. Andy Barker.
Alice let him out on bail?
It's a long story.
We're looking for Jez Davis. Is he in?
That's his drink. I think he's gone to the bog.
I wonder what makes these toilets so popular.
I've got this camcorder. It's worth 500 at least. Not to me. You could flog it for a ton, easy. You know Tony in the bar? He said you've got stuff to sell. Ask him who I am.
No need to, Andy. I'll vouch for you.
What's going on? Are you setting me up,
Yes, Davis. I'm arresting you on suspicion of conspiring to obtain drugs by deception.
I think you've got some explaining of your own to do, son. Come on.
You stupid pillock!
A few of us got together.
You brought them with you!
I'm sorry, love. How was I to know?
You said you'd look after me! You couldn't look after a goldfish!
This has nothing to do with me. I don't even know this pair of brats.
Shut it.
It was a plant. You're framing me. How you get this lot out of here, eh?
I'll have to go back on the game now, won't I? Trust me, you said. Stick by me. You're pathetic.
You'd be better off inside, Andy. Give your ears a rest, son. Come on.
I was just doing it for Zoe. Trying to get her clean. She couldn't take it.
She got you back on heroin instead.
That's why I was doing so many jobs. Two can't live as cheaply as one, no matter what they say. That camcorder was all I got left.
It was stolen.
We had it stashed away for a rainy day.
So how come you knew Davis was a dealer?
I didn't. I just knew someone at the Cock could have some. I never seen the bloke before. Thought it was just a name Cantley had made up.
Would you mind telling us where you got the heroin?
Cantley asked me to look after it. He knew you were onto him.
Barker seems to think you were selling it.
Not me. I wouldn't know what to do. How much to ask, anything.
Oh, so you're just an innocent fool guy being fitted up by Cantley, huh?
Looks like it.
Let's talk about your flat. The one you're trying to get through the Housing Association.
What about it?
Bad news, I'm afraid. The application's been turned down. You're not who they think you are. According to the application, you're an HIV-positive drug addict.
That'll be Cantley. Using my name again, must be.
How about you using his illness?
Why should I do that?
To get yourself a nice flat, cheap, and the rest of it.
I don't know what you mean.
300 quid a month. The disability allowance you qualify for, because the name Jez Davis is on record as an HIV-positive heroin addict, unfit for work.
Why shouldn't I have some? All I was getting was poxy dole. Well, Cantley was claiming all that lot. And what for? A self-inflicted disease. If the heroin doesn't get him, AIDS will. And for that, he gets a better place to live than I could ever afford and a great wad of money every month.
So you cash in on his HIV status, he gets the extra heroin, you get a nice, cosy penthouse.
It was easy. I rang the clinic, asked them to write to the housing department on my behalf. They even helped me apply for disability allowance as well. Everyone's really keen to help deadbeats. Yeah, makes them feel worthy.
Not everyone, Mr. Davis. Let's see what we got. Deception over the flat application. Attempting to fraudulently claim disability allowance. Conspiracy with Cantley to obtain drugs by deception.
The assault on Cantley?
Yeah. See, I'm sure we can sort out some new accommodation for you. Now, it might not have central heating or even a toilet, but there is a bright side. You get your own chamber pot.